Premier League Manchester United vs Nottingham Forest, prediction, team news, lineups preview. Manchester United and Nottingham Forest will endeavour to bounce back from midweek Premier League defeats when they lock horns at Old Trafford on Saturday evening. The two teams meet for the first time since February when the Red Devils claimed a narrow 1-0 victory at the City Ground in the FA Cup fifth round, courtesy of a late header from Case Moreau. Match preview. Man United's 7-game unbeaten run across all competitions came to an end on Wednesday night as they suffered a 2-0 defeat away against Arsenal, the Red Devils' first loss of the Ruben Amorim era. Amorim's well-drilled side frustrated Arsenal in the first half, but the hosts' set-piece prowess proved decisive as second-half goals from Jurrien Timber and William Saliba helped the Gunners, described by ex-Man United striker Dimitar Berbatov as the new Stoke City, secure all 3 points at the Emirates. With 5 wins, 4 draws and now 5 defeats on the board after 14 games, few can be surprised to see Man United sitting mid-table in the Premier League, occupying 11th spot with 7 points separating them from rivals Manchester City in 4th. The Red Devils will welcome a return to Old Trafford as they have won 6 and drawn 1 of their last 7 games at the Theatre of Dreams in all competitions, scoring 20 goals and conceding just 6 in the process, as well as keeping 3 clean sheets in their last 4. Man United have also won 6 of their 7 Premier League home meetings with Nottingham Forest, while they have scored in all 14 Premier League encounters against the Tricky Trees, their joint best 100% scoring record against an opponent in the division along with Swansea City. Nottingham Forest have been one of the surprise packages in the Premier League this season, but they have recently suffered a dip in form, losing 3 of their last 4 matches and conceding 9 goals in the process. The Tricky Trees were unable to follow up their narrow 1-0 win over Ipswich Town last weekend with another 3 points at the Etihad Stadium on Wednesday night, as they were beaten 3-0 by a confident Man City side who were somewhat fortunate to escape with a clean sheet after gifting the visitors with a number of goal-scoring opportunities. Despite the defeat, head coach Nuno Espirito Santo believes that his team have positives to build on in the coming weeks, as they bid to climb from their current position of 6th in the Premier League table and edge themselves closer to the top 4 during the festive period. Forest are now gearing up for their second away match in Manchester in the space of just 4 days, and although they lost at Man City, they still boast the joint third-best record on the road this term, 11 points from 7 away games. Their last 2 such matches have both ended in defeat by a 3-0 scoreline, though. After beating Man United 2-1 at the City Ground in December last year, Forest are looking to win back-to-back Premier League matches against the Red Devils for the first time since April 1992 under legendary boss Brian Clough. Team news. Man United will be without Luke Shaw, who is facing another painful spell on the sidelines after suffering a setback in his recovery from a muscle injury, while Victor Lindelof is also ruled out with a groin problem. Johnny Evans, who was not in the matchday squad against Arsenal due to an unspecified knock, is a doubt, but Amorim is able to welcome back Lisandro Martinez and Kobbie Mainoo after they both served 1-match suspensions in midweek. Lenny Yoro is in contention to make his first competitive start in defense, while Amad Diallo, Marcus Rashford and Joshua Zirkzee, the latter 2 scored 2 goals each in a 4-0 win over Everton last weekend, will all be hoping to force their way back into the first 11. As for Nottingham Forest, they are still having to cope without long-term absentees Danilo ankle and Ibrahim Sangar hamstring, who are targeting a return next year. Nuno will weigh up whether to start with a 4-man defense or switch to a back 3 with wingbacks as he did for the second half against Man City in midweek. Elliot Anderson will be pushing to start in centre midfield ahead of either Ryan Yates or Nicolas Dominguez, while ex-Man United winger Anthony Elanga could start an attack with Chris Wood. Morgan Gibbs-White and either Callum Hudson-Odoi or Hoda Silva. Manchester United possible starting lineup: Onana, Yoro, De Ligt, Martinez, Diallo, Casemiro, Menu, Dalot, Fernandes, Rashford, Xerxes. Nottingham Forest possible starting lineup: Sells, Aina, Milinkovic, Murillo, Moreno, Yates, Anderson, Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs-White, Elanga, Wood. We say, Manchester United 2-0, Nottingham Forest. Both teams will be keen to make a swift return to winning ways following their midweek losses, particularly Man United on home soil, as they can ill afford to fall further behind in the race for the top four. Forest have the attackers at their disposal to cause Man United problems on the counter-attack, but the Red Devils have impressed on home soil in recent weeks and should find a way to come out on top, potentially keeping a clean sheet in the process. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.